and that's why you want only this part of us recorded.
I'm actually not that skinny. I'm actually like 264.
And I'm actually pretty skinny. I don't know why I have such a fat face.
I weigh 264 point something pounds. And she weighs like 1 pound less than me.
I'm 5'6.5".
I'm 5'5". And we are going to be starting a weight loss Wednesday.
Yes, we'll be doing a weight loss Wednesday. As of tomorrow, we're starting our new weight loss journey.
Hopefully this time next week, next Wednesday, if you guys tune in and start following us, we will hopefully have lost some poundage.
Yes.
I've been overweight my entire adulthood, and starting in puberty, I think I was about 12 whenever I started gaining weight.
Yeah, I think I've been overweight pretty much my whole life. I've always been the chubby little girl, the chubby elementary girl, middle school girl, and I was a little bit overweight as a teenager as well, but that's when I really started to gain weight.
I started gaining weight whenever I was 12, and then I never stopped. And I go through these periods where I lose weight, and by lose weight, I mean I get down to like 200 and 195. And it's always been my goal to be like 150, 175, and I've gotten down to I think 195, and I'm like, I'm almost there, 20 more pounds, and then I get kind of really happy, and then I eat a lot.
Yeah.
And then now I'm ballooned, and I'm a whopping 264.
It's definitely been over 10 years since I've been in Wonderland.
I think it was, I had just met Christopher, so it's been a little over 3 years since I was in the 100s.
Little.
I was itty bitty, I was blonde, I was hot, I was working at a casino and a drink server, and he fell in love with me. He did not fall in love with all this, and he's like, yes, I fell in love with every pound of you. He's like, a true man loves every pound of his wife.
Yes, my husband does love every pound of me. There's been so many times when I get like frustrated about not being able to be motivated to lose the weight that I want to lose. I'll lose 10, 15 pounds and then I'll gain it right back. And he'll be like, I don't care about you losing weight. Because I'll say stuff like, I want to lose weight to look better for you and to, feel better about myself, to feel healthy. And he'll be like, you don't have to lose weight for me. He's like, I don't know how many times I have to tell you that I love the way you look. So if you're going to lose weight, don't lose it for me, lose it for yourself, because he's very much happy with how I look anyways.
Christopher says the same thing to me, and I'll say things like, well, if I was smaller, you'd be able to pick me up, really easy. And he's like, well, if I was stronger, I'd be able to do that. And then it makes him feel bad because he doesn't feel like he's strong enough. And I'm like, you're a workout machine and you're a pro athlete. Like, you don't get much stronger.
And I don't know why, but it's always been something that I always thought would be so cute if, like, he could pick me up as well.
If you don't know, my husband, we're both 30. My husband is 5'10", and he weighs a little bit less than me. I think he weighs about 250, but he's strong. He doesn't look big, and he can pick me up. He's a professional wrestler, and I know professional wrestler, it's fake. But he's very strong. He's
strong.
Very athletic, and he likes to work out. And, I never thought I'd get me an athlete. Caught me an athlete.
And like you said, you're 5'5" and
I'm 5'5".
265 pounds.
264, don't push
264.
it. Don't exaggerate my weight.
I'm 5'6.5", and I weighed myself yesterday, and I was at 321. I've gained like 20 pounds, and then a couple months ago, I had gained 20 pounds. I was at 280 just a couple of months ago. But my husband is, I think, 5'10", 5'11", and he's 142 pounds, I think. And he's got some nice little guns on him. Oh, that's a big arm. He's got some nice guns on him and everything.
He's very cute.
And he is very handsome, but he's thin. He's a thin man. He's
a youngin'.
Small.
What is he, 27?
He's 25. He's going to be 26 in a week.
He's so little.
Is it a week? Yeah, he's going to be 26 in a week. Shoot. But,
he's catching up with us.
Yeah.
He's going to be 30 one day.
So, it's always been like, I don't know if I want to say dream, because that makes me feel lame to say dream, but it's always been
That's what fat girls dream about.
It's always been something that I've wanted, for him to be able to pick me up. And no, I don't feel like it's fair to say, oh, if he was stronger, he could pick me up, because I'm 321 pounds. That's a lot of weight to
That's
just
a
be
lot of
like,
woman.
I want to be able to like jump up on him and wrap my legs around him and stuff.
Like on that meme that says this could be us, but we like cake too much.
Yes.
Because, like, most stereotypical people would say, it's like, oh, they're fat, they're lazy, they eat cake. And yes, we do. We have, like, 7 dinners. And that's something we're trying to cut back on because we don't want to be stereotyped.
7 is an exaggeration. We joke about that a lot. It's a joke, but I think at most we have, like, 3 dinners. But yes, we do overeat.
We are overeaters, and we do love to watch TV. It's very comforting. And I think a lot of that had to do with our childhoods not being the most comfortable. And that may sound like an excuse or a lie or an exaggeration, but my childhood, I mean, there were points of it where I was comfortable and I didn't start gaining weight until I hit puberty, and I moved whenever I was 12 into a more hectic, chaotic point in my life, and shortly thereafter my brother passed away, and that kind of screwed everything up. Thanks for dying, bro. And he died whenever I was 13, and a lot of that kind of, food is comforting. Food tastes good. You know, why should I treat myself once a week whenever I can treat myself every day? So sodas and candies and pizzas are my favorite foods. They're very
Copious amounts of soda.
very comforting, and it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
And being told that you're fat, and guys don't want to be with a fat girl, you know, and it just,
That's what we went through a lot growing up.
and it makes you not feel good about yourself. And so,
Because we did find 2 wonderful men that love every part of us. Like, we got lucky because we didn't necessarily love ourselves very much when we
but
found
we love
them.
each other.
Mhm.
Because girls get along with, fat girls get along with other fat girls because they can just go and eat and watch movies. I don't know why we're both crying. I did not expect
I didn't expect for that to happen either. Oh, this gets
It's
getting emotional.
But I've been told before that I'm fat, and I remember one time and this is another reason why I don't like to go outside. I feel comfortable inside being around people that love me, because I remember whenever I was gaining weight and going through puberty, and I was probably about 14, riding the bus home from school, and I would get out and I had to walk, you know, like a block to get home or something. It didn't drop me off right in front of the school. And so I'm walking home, and this guy like yells out his window, lose some weight, fatty. And it kind of confused me because I wasn't that fat. Like, I was bigger than a lot of my friends, but I wasn't fat. I was probably a size 12, 14 or something, compared to what I am now, which is like a 24. Now I'm much bigger than a lot of my friends, but I wasn't that fat. And so I went home and I told my family, my brother and my sister, and I'm like, I was really upset and like crying, and I'm like, this guy yelled out the window, lose some weight, fatty. And I was looking for sympathy or like hugs or something, and my brother was like, well, you should lose some weight. Here's, take these weight loss pills. I'm like, I don't want to take weight loss pills.
Yeah, that was a horrible reaction. I wish I was around so I could have like comforted you. How old were you?
Probably like 14.
Yeah. I had a somewhat of a similar situation happen to me when I think I was 16. And this was when I was living in an independent living program, and we'll get into that sometime in another story time video or whatever. But I was living in Wichita, Kansas, in the Wichita Children's Home, and I went to my bus stop to wait for the city bus to get to my GED class. I had dropped out of high school and I was going to a GED class, and I was standing on the side of the road at my bus stop, minding my own business, just standing there. I think I was squinting a little bit because the sun was in my eyes. I had my backpack on and holding some books, and all of a sudden I hear, "You are fucking fat and ugly," and I turn around and it's a car full of people. It was like maybe early 20s guys and girls, and the girls are like laughing, like they thought that was funny and cute. And I remember being really embarrassed. I got off because I was standing in like the grassy area on the side of like right next to the street. I went to the sidewalk to get closer, like farther away from the road, because I like at that point also didn't feel like safe standing there. I was really embarrassed. I walked back home to the children's home, and I told everybody what had happened. I was like, I'm not going to go to school today. And they were like, what's going on? And I told them what happened, and they were like, take me back. Some of the guys were like, take me back there. And I'm like, they're not going to be there. Like, they were in a car, and they were driving
Why would they
somewhere.
just be hanging out?
And in the children's home, in the independent living program I was living in the unit, I lived with, like, a unit full of teenagers. Well, 16-year-olds to, like, 21-year-olds who were in independent living. So there's
pretty much Orange is the New Black, and you were Piper.
Yeah, only I was with, like, males and females. And they were all, like, somewhat like my siblings. And the staff members were kind of, like, parents to us and everything. And everybody, like, made me feel better. I guess they kind of comforted me in the way that you should have been comforted when somebody yelled that at you. And it was really embarrassing. And that's one of the things that stands out in my mind that I remember, because when I was 16, I was nowhere close to being as big as I am now. I was plus size, but I wasn't that big, and I had on a cute outfit. My hair was put up cute. Like, I was cute. I don't know why they felt as though I was, like, really fucking fat and ugly.
And I don't know why in movies and stuff where the girls are like, oh, I used to be so overweight, and now I've lost 30 pounds, and I'm super thin. I'm like, if I lost 30 pounds, people probably wouldn't even notice. Like, in, what was that movie with... What was it? Drive Me Crazy with Melissa Joan Hart, and the girl's like, well, I used to be dorky and chubby, and I lost 30 pounds and dyed my hair blonde, and now I talk like this, and now I'm really popular.
If I lost 30 pounds, you wouldn't be able to notice. I don't feel like...
Maybe a little bit in your chins.
Maybe a little bit in some of these chins. And maybe in how I feel as well, because 30 pounds ago, I didn't feel like I couldn't breathe. And, like, earlier, before we were getting started, I'm like, ugh, feeling like I can't breathe again. Because we both had asthma. We still have asthma now. I had asthma as a kid and a teenager, and then I grew out of it. And then the bigger I get, the more I have, breathing problems again. And then the more I lose weight and I'm healthy, the more my breathing isn't as bad.
And I did lose, most recently was in the fall of 2015. So a year and a half ago, I did go vegan for 6 weeks, and I lost 40 pounds. Yeah, and I looked good, I felt good, but a lot of people would make comments on the food that I was eating, and it made me feel very insecure. Just never make comments about people's food. Like, it's rude, and it makes us not feel good. Like, I would bring in vegan meatballs and just different fruits and vegetables, and I was like, trying my best, and people would be like, ew, what is that? It stinks. Ew, what are you eating? I'd be like, it's a vegan chocolate chip cookie. You want to taste it? How can it be chocolate chip cookie if it's vegan? I thought you were on a diet. How can you eat cookies? I'm like, oh, it's vegan. Well, what does that mean? I'm like, it's made with no animal products or animal byproducts. Taste it. Ew, this is disgusting. I don't know how you can eat this. I'm gonna go eat cheese fries. Ugh.
And just because something's vegan doesn't necessarily mean that it's healthy either. There are a lot
Chocolate cookies aren't healthy, even if they are vegan.
Yeah, there's a lot of vegan junk food out there now that didn't used to be, like, a thing.
Lay's potato chips and Pepsi are both vegan.
Mm-hmm. And we were just talking the other day, and Oreos too, aren't
Oreos, they? Mm-hmm. Yummy.
So I was like, maybe I can do this vegan.
Maybe I can go vegan again.
But also, with being vegan, or, if that's the diet that we choose to do, we also do need to be healthier. But it's good to know that we do have choices for when we do want to, indulge a little bit, treat ourselves.
Treat yourself.
But there are, with all of the new recipes and stuff out there, there's ways to treat yourself without actually cheating. So we just need to do the research and everything.
Today I had pineapple and passion fruit juice, and it was very sweet and very good, and it tasted like a dessert, but it was healthy.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
It's full of sugar.
But as I was saying, what you and I were talking about before was, like, when we were on Weight Watchers, people would still, like, make comments like, oh, I thought you were on a diet. I thought you couldn't eat that. But on Weight Watchers, you go by points and stuff, and you can have everything as long as it's, like, within your points and stuff.
And you add in a lot of fruits and vegetables, because fruits and vegetables are 0 points, and on Weight Watchers you're only allowed a certain number of points. I think for me it was like 26. Yeah. And each food had a different point value, so you had to keep track of that. So if you were still hungry at the end of the day, you could stack up on fruits and vegetables and some soups. You
couldn't have only, candy bars, but if we wanted to have, like, a candy bar as our snack, or, like, along with our dinner, like, that be sort of our dessert or whatever, we were allowed to do that. And it was really irritating when people were like, that you're on a diet, that you couldn't have that. And even if you are on a diet and you're having something like a cupcake or whatever, again, like she said, don't comment on people's foods. Don't point out I thought you were on a diet. That's not your business. It's rude. Like
It's very rude.
don't comment.
Don't
Keep your
comment
comments to yourself.
Don't comment on my age, on my weight, on my height, on my food, unless you're sleeping with me or paying my bills. Get the fuck out of my face.
Word. Yeah, and don't be like, oh, that sounds gross, that's so disgusting, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna go have some cheese fries, because that's not any better.
That's not healthy.
It's probably not even really cheese.
And then I went through this period before I went vegan where I was just trying to lose weight without really being on a certain diet, just cutting back calories.
We've all done it.
And so I'd eat these grilled chicken salads with a hard-boiled egg, and I wouldn't put any dressing on it. And I would eat that along with some crackers. And I did that, I think, for a while. I would do that, and people would be like, I don't know, you're not eating any dressing with that? That's disgusting. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to lose weight. By not eating dressing, ugh, how are you even going to be full? You know, I'm like, well, I'm still eating a salad.
And how is the dressing filling you up?
I don't know. People would make comments, and then they'd be like, oh, I could never eat what you're eating. And they'd get these huge salads and pour all this dressing on it and put all this fried chicken on it and, you know, just tons more fat and calories than what I was taking in. And then like 2 months later, after I had lost, you know, 20 pounds, they'd be like, how did you lose so much weight so fast? I'm like, you see what I eat every single day. Like, you sit there and you comment on my food. I'm like, that's how I do it. Plus, after I would work, I would go to the gym and I would work out. They'd be like, I can't eat healthy and I can't work out. You know, what's your secret? I'm like, well, that's the secret. There is no secret. There is no magic pills. There's things that will help, but there's no magic pills.
That's one of the things that I hate the most after I've done, you know, a weight loss program like the 21-day fix or something with Beachbody, which is like, you know, color-coded. I won't get into it too much, but you do like a 30-minute workout every day, and you have a clean eating meal plan and everything. And after my 21 days and I lost, you know, whatever weight I lost, they'd be like, what's your secret? And I see people ask people that all the time, like, what's your secret? What's your secret?
What's your secret?
There's no secret. Like,
what's your Seacrest? Seacrest out. We should start ending our videos like that.
We should.
Seacrest out.
So what we're saying?
I don't know. But we're going to start losing weight and we're going to start being more healthy. I'm going to be more conscious about what I'm putting into my body, working in more vegan meals, not going 100% vegan or 100% on a diet, but I am going to start incorporating more whole grains, whole fruits, vegetables, less meat, less processed food, less cheese. 'Cause cheese is a trigger food for me. I can't stop at like one little bite or cereal. It's like, oh, there's a box of cereal, I'm gonna eat the whole thing. Oh, there's a block of cheese, I'm gonna eat the whole thing. And oh, there's ice cream, I'm gonna eat the whole thing. And it's just like, it tastes so good. And you know, there's certain things in certain foods I believe I am addicted to. And so it triggers something in my brain. This tastes good, it feels good.
Yeah.
Eat more of it and you'll feel better. And so it's really hard to stop myself from eating those things. So to do that, it's probably best for me not to keep it in the house or not even to have a bite, because it's hard for me to portion it. And everybody says, well, just eat it in portion. Eat it in, what's that word? Eat
Moderation.
Everything in moderation. I'm like, well, I can't moderate myself. If I could moderate myself, I wouldn't have all this. So it's best for me just to keep it out of the house. But it's hard. It is hard. It's a challenge.
And so like we said, we are going to start doing Weight Loss Wednesday videos. And I believe probably in our next video we should do body shots. Are you not wanting to do that?
We can stand up right now and show them our bodies.
Yeah, but I feel like what I'm wearing looks weird from the waist down.
We're naked from the waist down, so maybe next week.
Yeah, next week we'll do, because I'll do like sports bra and my exercise shorts and everything. So you can get our before stats. And
if you want to see full body pictures of us right now, check out her Instagram. You're on Instagram all the time, right? So
we'll link my Instagram below, but do I have full body photos on my Instagram?
We could take some right after
do
this.
that. Okay.
We could take some right now.
That's what she's saying. Okay.
Yeah.
So check out my Instagram, which is also Getting Healthy with Apple, which is also the name of my channel. We'll link that below. But I guess we could link the photos below too. Well,
I
no.
don't have to.
Okay.
But we'll have all the information linked down below. Check back with us next Wednesday. We will have our weigh-in, and we'll talk about some of the things that we succeeded at, some of the things that we may have fall back on. I'm going to start going to my gym. I actually have a gym membership, but I haven't been recently, so it's my goal this week to go 4 to 5 times. What are your goals for this coming week?
My goals for this coming week is less soda, more water, less sugar in general, and I think I'm going to calorie count. I think that's what I'm going to start doing is calorie counting for this week.
That's hard to do. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to just try to incorporate more vegan foods, work out more.
I think I am going to do this, try to do the same with incorporating more vegan, whole food, plant-based. I also have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I won't get all that much into that either at this moment. This is just kind of like, I guess, a kickoff of our
Weight Loss Wednesdays.
Weight Loss Wednesdays. And next week, I think I'll go ahead and like write out like some bullet points and everything so that our next video is a little more organized. But
unless you like our disorganizational skills,
unless
like this video,
like she told you a little bit about her childhood, I'll let you know a little bit more about my childhood and everything. And
so if you want to just see us get healthy and lose weight and succeed, like this video, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to her, subscribe to me, because we'll probably switch
check out my Instagram if you want to see the before pictures.
And yeah,
we'll take them right now.
Keep up with her Instagram because we're going to post pictures every week. And we will see you guys soon with another video.
Bye.
Bye, guys.